seduction.
Sorry, just wanted to fit in like everybody else. Hello, welcome to HITC Sport, and Barcelona are absolute bottle jobs. I would say that Barca handled pressure about as well as a Mormon on his wedding night, but that wasn't even pressure. They were coming up against a Liverpool side with 2/3 of their front line sitting in the stands. It was like facing Conor McGregor after Conor McGregor just spent 12 hours drinking whiskey out of a sock. This should have been relatively easy. I mean, for God's sake. They had Divock Origi up front, a man who had scored 6 goals for Wolfsburg last season. Wolfsburg. Origi is not a man you associate with scoring Champions League goals against Barcelona. There was a time when he looked more suited to working down the local bowling alley, with a touch that would have put a parish priest to shame. For Christ's sake, when he scored against Everton earlier this season, I'll be honest, I'd forgotten he even existed. Well lads, Barcelona. Remember last year, right? Barca came up against Roma, 4-1 up from the first leg, and yet they still somehow crash out in the second. And Roma lads weren't even that good. The previous year they got smashed 3-0 in Turin. The previous round, 4-0 in Paris. You would think they would have learned not to switch off. I don't know, is this squad filled with a team of Dennis Bergkamps? Because they cannot travel well at all. It's almost like they get the shits on every airplane. I'd imagine they have their own first-class private jets to these games. It's not like they're all squeezed in the piss-stained Ryanair seats with us sewer-dwelling peasants. Luis Suarez hasn't scored in his last 18 European games away from home. For a man of his talents, that is laughable. Yes, when Barca turn it on, they are beautiful to watch. They have the greatest player to ever live in their team. But when it goes wrong, like, where are the leaders? Coutinho? Christ above, at the moment, that fella looks like a lost kid circling the aisles of Tesco, looking for a mother. They weren't able to win in Milan or Lyon this season either. And yes, I know they left Old Trafford with 3 points, but Christ above, you could chuck the local badminton team out on the pitch and they'd probably give Solskjaer a game. It's woeful, 3-0 up and you it up. Like, look at that last goal. That is inexcusable defending. Lads, the ties are level in the Champions League semi-final. Wake the fuck up. Like, what were they doing? Daydreaming about what they were gonna have for dinner? Which Avenger is gonna get murdered in Endgame? By the way, lads, I don't know what the hype is for that movie. I've never seen any of them, but I'd imagine that walking into the theatre, it would just smell like crippling acne and widespread virginity. In that moment, lads, you should all be looking at, you know, maybe the lad who's supposed to take the corner. I'd say it's schoolboy defending, but that would be an insult to schoolboys. Their team, for all its natural ability, showed up to Anfield with an entitled air of arrogance.
Oh, we don't need to work hard. We have Messi and they have
Jordan fucking Henderson. Well, newsflash, lads. Yes, Henderson might have all the natural ability of a soggy toilet duck, but the man has more desire, determination and perseverance in his middle finger than most of the lads in your goddamn team.
We score, Liverpool need 5 and we're gonna get at least 1, agreed?
Well, this is just awkward. Although it's interesting that they've used the image of Luis Suarez. Got a lot of love off the Anfield crowd before kickoff. Yes, I know he was a great player for them and nearly helped them win the league. So did John Flanagan. But did he actually show you any semblance of respect? Don't forget the man tried to force through a move to Arsenal. And the only reason he played so well in his last season is because Steven Gerrard told him that he'd get a move to one of Barcelona or Real Madrid. And then he celebrates like a madman last week. And the fans still show him love. It's like having a girlfriend who just spent the entire relationship still on Tinder, you know, just in case, and then when she does walk out on you, comes back to have sex with her new fella right on your fucking couch. Now, you're not exactly gonna break out into a round of applause now, are you? Like, I don't know, tell me what you think, pool fans. I might have this completely wrong, but yeah, I just thought it was I just think Suarez has over your club too many times now, but tell me, maybe I have it wrong. I mean, to me, he just saw you as nothing but a stepping stone, and since then has done nothing but celebrate like a madman and take out your left back. And I don't mean for a candlelit dinner, but lads, there's something rotten at Barcelona. For somewhere that lauds itself as more than a club, they really need to realise that winning is about more than talent. It's about dying for your teammates, blocking shots, tracking back even. I know, a concept that would probably make most of your team break out in a fucking rash. But most of all, lads, not letting Divock Origi have the freedom of Anfield to score 2 fucking goals.
Lionel Messi broke down in tears in Barcelona's Anfield dressing room.
And so he should. Like, this wasn't shitting the bed. This was taking a dump in your granny's fireplace. It was just shameful, and to make matters worse, he had to miss his bus to the airport because he was taken in for drug testing. No wonder they wanted to drug test the man. It might have actually explained the reason why the world's best player was resembling that of a Spanish omelette for 90 minutes. He honestly played the game like he just snorted something dodgy off the back arse of a Russian hooker in the dressing room 20 minutes before the game. Although, of course, he didn't, Messi's lawyers. He just instead chose not to really put a foot in. I love Messi and he is the greatest player of all time. But that doesn't mean you're too good to break into a fucking sweat. Barcelona probably just took one look at this lineup before the game and thought, It's just a bunch of lads who've been plucked from bottom half Premier League clubs. We'll be grand. No, you weren't, Grant. It was goddamn embarrassing. Ter Stegen, a week ago I said he was the best keeper in the world. Tonight he looked more like a helpless granny, chucked in front of the first train to London. Sergio Roberto, I mean, he was supposed to be playing right back, looked more like he was having an epileptic fit on the pitch whenever the ball went near him. Lenglet and Piqué, usually they're good dependable centre halves. In this game they looked more likely to kick each other than the goddamn ball. But look, alright, I don't want to focus on Barcelona too much, because this night belonged to Liverpool. Even the Everton fans are probably caught up in the city's buzz. Even the dozens of lads no doubt out robbing TVs probably took a moment to reflect and thank Jurgen Klopp. Like, I've seen some weird football games, but Liverpool looked dead and buried after the first leg. Like, we've been to the funeral, we've seen them lowered into the ground. Well, I say funeral. After what Messi did to them, it wasn't so much of a funeral as it was just pouring petrol on a lifeless corpse before chucking it into a skip. So how are they still alive? 3-0 down from the first leg, expecting to score 4 without reply against Barcelona. Without Salah and Firmino, it's like expecting Roger Moore to appear in the next Bond movie. No, he's in the ground, he's dead, he's not coming back. It's like beating someone in a fight when you've only got one hand. To be fair, Jamie Lannister's been doing that for at least 6 seasons, but I can only assume he's been sucking off one of the writers under the fucking desk to keep him alive since 2015. The only armour that exists in that show is goddamn plot armour. Like, no chance in hell should the fat one survive a zombie invasion, like, come on! But back on topic, how have Liverpool pulled this one off? You'd think after all these comebacks, I would have learned the answer by now. Like, if they can do it with Jimmy Traore, they can do it with anybody. Divock Origi plus Liverpool 1-0 up after 7 minutes, sending Anfield into absolute raptures, and confirming himself as the second coming of Robbie Fowler. Then Gini Wijnaldum comes on and scores a quick-fire double to completely level the tie. Gini Wijnaldum scoring a brace against Barcelona in a Champions League semi-final. See, this is what happens when you don't get managed by Steve McLaren. You have to hand it to that man. As well as being addicted to P45s and comb-overs that don't even fool his dog, he has an incredible ability to take top players and turn them into wet pieces of fudge. So it's tied up at 3-3 on aggregate. Barca look like they've seen a ghost. They're in danger of chucking away another 3-goal lead in the Champions League. Something they hadn't done since Roma last season. And to make matters worse, they have to get past the fella who taught of them the previous year. For Barca, there's literally no excuses. It was the perfect preparation. They had a 3-goal lead, meaning that while Liverpool fought until the 90th minute at St James's Park, the Catalans were able to just chuck out this starting 11 in the league. Todigo, Vermaelen, Kevin Prince Boateng up front. Like, they're probably half thinking about chucking the tea lady on the right wing. But no, even still, with the added day's rest, they still couldn't cope with Liverpool's energy. And then this happened. Liverpool win a corner thanks to quick thinking from this ball boy, who tosses a quick ball to Trent Alexander-Arnold. The right back fizzes it across, which Origi converts into the top corner before anyone even noticed. 4-0, 4-3 in aggregate, Barca are out. But I have to say, lads, what a job Jurgen Klopp has done. When he took over less than 4 years ago, they were closer to 16th than the top of the table. They were finishing behind Southampton and West Ham, had recently lost 6-1 to Stoke, and were still employing the likes of Benteke and Jordan f***ing Ibe. Look at them now, this will be their 4th final under Jurgen Klopp. Their 3rd European final, the 2nd Champions League final. It's incredible. And they're not just a cup team either. They're on course for 97 points, 7 more than the Invincibles. Klopp is a way better manager than I ever thought. This is going to be his 3rd Champions League final. As many as Sir Alex Ferguson, and he's not even 52. It's an amazing job, and I think Liverpool will go on and finish the job now and win the Champions League. Whether it's against Ajax or Spurs, I mean, we're gonna find out in a couple of hours anyway. Never give up. Yeah, I'm guessing that hoodie would have been zipped up to his f***ing chin if Barca had actually showed up, but yeah, I know that didn't happen. Anyway, that's the end of it, lads. Just a quick roundup of last night, and it was kind of just one for the Liverpool fans. Let me know what you think. Is Jurgen Klopp the real? No, he is. He is, of course he is. This isn't even a question. No, but tell me about Suarez. Should he have got a good reception, or is he just that sneaky man that we all kind of suspected? And also let me know if Barcelona are just the biggest frauds known to man. Anyway, Twitter and Instagram are there. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while. And yes, Birmingham got a f***ing points deduction. Don't forget!